Hello, I'm Tanisha Chitransh, and today I have with me a very talented and a rising star, Ms. Kritika Bharadwaj. Lately, she has been talk of the town for playing Tanya in the recently released movie Yodha. Let's know more about the character and movie success from the actress herself. Hello and welcome to Jazz Showbiz. How are you, Kritika?
I'm very good. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm doing good too. Thank you so much. So, talk about your journey as Tanya in Yodha.
As my character, like the prep, or what about it exactly?
How about your journey in the movie you can say, or how do you prepare about the role of the Tanya, and how you got
So,
which is people would like to know okay, how you got a break as a Tanya in the Yodha movie, so everything about your character.
so I basically got the role through auditions only. Panchami was casting for it, and I tested for it, and that's how I auditioned. And then a couple of months later, I still didn't get any calls, so I forgot about it. But then eventually, I got a call back, and then our director Sagar, he wanted to meet me, test me in person again. And then I re-auditioned after like a couple of months of auditioning it for the first time, and that's how I got logged for it. So it was like basically on the through auditions only.
Okay.
And yeah, and I was still shooting for Mismatched, I remember. And 3 days after the last shoot day of Mismatched is when Yodha had to start. So yeah, it was a very small transition period. I didn't have much time to do that, but yeah, but it was short linear in terms of how the character is introduced and then what happens later. So then it was much easier to for me even to get into the character, because it wasn't that very heavy scenes that were later in the film have to be shot earlier. So that was okay because like it was very easy to get into.
Okay. Okay. So it's just like talk more about like Tanya ka character was how it was relatable to you, how what effort you made to bring a life to your character. What kind of
Relatable.
character Tanya is actually in the movie?
So Tanya was a very like straight, no bullshit kind of a person. When I read her for the first, like when I read the film for the first time, I thought that she's very like she was this person who basically does not take shit from anyone,
Okay.
and she's very headstrong. In her head, she's the boss.
Okay.
So and she knows her thing. So that's what she was in the film. And then people don't take her seriously in the start because people think that she's just a child, but then she's so headstrong and she knows what she's doing that eventually like when there's pressure on her, she basically delivers. So that was a very nice character journey for Tanya, because it starts from her being this very snobbish girl who's checking everybody out and being like that, who are these people? And like then from her being that person to then being this person who saves the day was a very interesting graph for her, I feel. And for the prep, did you ask me the prep?
Yeah. So how how do you prepare yourself for this role, Tanya? Any
I actually not have time to prepare for it at all, because as I told you, I was shooting for Yodha basically 3 days after I finished shooting Mismatched. So there wasn't a lot of gap in the middle. But I think I also don't overthink things as an actor. So I was like, I'll just do what comes naturally to me. And if my director wants to change anything, then he can change it. And Sagar was also very chill about it. Even Pushkar, they were like that, you do your thing. If you want to change, we'll change it. So then I did what came naturally, and I think that worked for the film. And so, and also because I told you the heavy scenes were much later, so it was like it was much easier for me to get into the character and then tackle those scenes. And starting mates, just me regularly just being this girl who's this trainee pilot who's traveling to London and all. So yeah,
personally, what you liked about your character, Tanya? If one thing you have to.
I just I just loved the fact that a girl saves the flight because usually when you see in films, like all these heroic things that are happening are mostly played by men. But the fact that Sagar even wrote it like that, and then it was eventually put in the film as is that a girl pilot is saving the flight. So I think that's one thing, and it's a very important thing in the film. Like obviously the landing,
Yeah.
because it's like entirely about the hijack and the whole situation. So I think I got the opportunity to be able to, pull that off. Was I mean, very good to be a part of like that, like a character like that. So that's the best thing for me in the film that Tanya does.
So your equation with Siddharth Malhotra and other cast of Yodha, how did you like? What all you enjoyed? Any best memory from the sets of Yodha you would like to share?
So I mean, it's been a really long time since we shot the film. I remember this was 2021 is when majorly the film was shot, the whole flight sequence.
Okay.
So I mean, it's been a really long time to like just think about specific things that happened. But yeah, my most of my scenes were with Siddharth, and barely some scenes with Disha. But other cast members I basically never met. It was just Chitranjan sir and Disha and Siddharth and me in the flight, and then Mikhail who plays the pilot, who's also the terrorist. So I had a really good equation with everyone. I was the closest to Siddharth because I spent most time on set with Siddharth. But yeah, he was really warm, really nice. I took like 1 2 days to get used to the fact that I'm shooting like everything with him. But he was like very sweet from day one. We took like 1 2 days, but then we gelled and then we were very pally and we would crack jokes and laugh and just do our thing. So it was very easy. We would always eat lunch together. And so we had a great bonding time. And he's a very, very sweet co-actor to work with. Like he will never make you feel that he's a star and you're just starting out. So he always made me feel very comfortable. And I had a lot of fun shooting with him.
So after Yodha's success, what kind of project you are looking for?
What kind of project? I'm actually open to do anything and everything as long as it's a good script and something that I want. Like for me, I would want to do parts that I would want to watch. That's always been my thing. Like, will I go watch this film in the theaters or will I go watch this show? Then I would love to be a part of something like that. So I'm open to everything. So yeah, it's not like specific. It's also too early on in my career to just think that, oh, this is what I want to do. I still need to explore. I'm just starting out. So yeah, I'm excited to do anything and everything at this point.
But any dream role you have, like you have in your mind?
A dream role, yes. I want to play a serial killer
And
in my life. Yeah, so I am a huge fan of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and she wrote this show called Killing Eve, where it's based on this police officer and a serial killer and their story. Villanelle is the serial killer, and after watch that show, ever since then it's been on my mind that I would love to play a serial killer in my life, and I think I'm going to do a fab job at it. So I'm looking forward to anybody who's looking to cast me for a serial killer.
So yeah, the mismatched and your Rashmi Rocket success. Do you think it acted as a turning point in your acting career? Like your
Mismatch definitely was a turning point in my career because it was the first major long form thing that I'd done in my life. So and people recognized me from Mismatch. Like I would be recognized as Simran when I would go out, and still like till date when I go out, I meet people who just recognize me from Mismatched. So yeah, like of course it's been a huge turning point in my career, and if Mismatched hadn't happened, I don't know where or what my life would have been. It would have been different. But yeah, I'm grateful that I got that show, and it's one of the biggest shows in India that Netflix produced. And I mean, to be able to say that I was a part of it is a big thing, and I'm very grateful.
So is there anything in the pipeline you would like to discuss about?
I can't discuss about anything as of now, but as soon as things are concrete and I'm able to talk about things, I will.
So what's keeping you busy these days? Right now, how you're celebrating?
I'm actually doing everything. I like to chill also as much as I like to work. I like to be home, watch my shows, watch films, binge Netflix, and do so. I'm doing everything. So I'm
OTT show or film you binged on would like to tell?
yeah. So I something that I binged on recently.
Yeah. Any show, movie, anything?
I can give you a recommendation. The last thing that I really loved was The Bear, which has Jeremy Allen White. It's probably one of the best shows that I've seen in the longest time. So The Bear was something that I was very fond of. I'm planning on rewatching it again. But right now I'm binging Schitt's Creek for the 100th time, I think. I'm a huge fan of that show.
So how do you see your so far journey, like from being a casting director to an actor? How was your journey so far? Like, how's your journey going on? Yeah. What are your further?
I would just say that I have been counting my blessings, and the projects that I've been a part of, I've been a huge fan of. Like all the things have been nice, and I wouldn't want to do things just for the sake of it, and I decided not to do that. So I'm very grateful for whatever that's come my way, and I have done a lot of theater also. So the journey started really long back, like when I was in college. So that's when I started doing theater, and then I was in Delhi where I did a film direction course. Then I was still in Delhi doing AD, doing production, screenwriting, everything. Then I started doing casting with Kavish Sinha in Bombay. That was 1 year, and that after that is when I got mismatched. So it's been like a whole uh, full journey, because I'm not just like I wasn't always uh, of the like intention that I just want to act. I wanted to do everything, and I just knew that I wanted to be in this field. Yes, I did enjoy acting the most, but I wanted to do other things as well, because I love writing. I write a lot of shairi and poetry. I'm from Lucknow, so it's in my blood, I think. I want to write a film. I have an idea that I'm developing. I want to direct also in my life in the future, but as of now, I want to focus on acting. But yeah, it's been nice, and I'm really looking forward to some interesting projects in the future.
So, lastly, message to your fans. What would you like to say to your fans?
Message to my fans. I'm just thankful that you guys watch the content that I'm a part of, and like always keep saying. So I, touch wood, only get like positive things and comments on my Instagram. I have not been trolled for anything as of now, which I am so thankful for. But I don't know, maybe at some point that's gonna happen. So I'm just thankful, because I'm also surprised, because hate is so easily given in this world at this point. Like, and people are so it's so easy for people to just write nasty things on your Instagram. Doesn't happen. So all the people that follow me are genuinely fond of me and my work. So I'm just thankful that you guys have been following. People have been following my journey since I was in Delhi's Did Engineering Girls, like an episodic part. And they keep like saying things like, we've seen you grow, like we've seen from where you've come and where you've reached. And being a part of a Dharma film is a massive deal. And I know that, like, because if I probably say 3 years before this thought that, oh, I'm going to be a part of a Dharma film in the next 3 years, I probably wouldn't believe that. But that happened. So, and my fans have been very nice and supportive, and like been saying the nicest things all the time. So I'm just thankful, and I love them so much, and I hope they are always proud of me, and I hope that I can always be a part of shows and films that they like.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a lovely interaction with you.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. Lovely speaking to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.